Anyone want to jump on?
Who wants to be my seller?
I'll go with you. I could be the agent or the buyer or the seller. I mean, whichever you desire.
I'll be the seller. I'd love to practice FISBOs. It's
All
been
right.
the ones I've been working on the most lately. Ring ring.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Is this Jeff?
Hey, yeah, it is. How can I help you?
Good morning, Jeff. My name is JC. I'm with DXP Realty. I was inquiring about your property over here at 123 Main Street.
Yeah. What about it?
Well, it looks like you're currently working on selling it by yourself. Is that correct?
Yeah, and we're doing a great job. So, you have any buyers you're working with right now?
Oh, I do have a pool of buyers that are currently looking in that area. When you say you're doing a great job, what do you mean by that?
We've gotten tons of calls. We've been on the market for about a week, and I'm quite excited about getting an offer sooner or later. I know offers are coming.
Okay. Have you gotten any verbal offers yet?
No, we haven't gotten any verbals offers, but we sold properties before, so this is our first rodeo.
Okay. So, how many properties have you guys sold before?
We've done like two or three.
Okay. And is this your primary residence or an investment property?
It's an investment property. We don't live there. The tenant just moved out.
Okay. And so why are you guys selling it?
Just gonna be moving the money to another opportunity that's definitely presented itself to us.
Okay. And how soon are you looking to have that money available for this next opportunity?
Oh, as soon as possible, quicker the better.
Okay. How many showings did you get in the last week?
Um, Not really. We haven't been around, honestly. So what we were planning on doing was just doing the showings on Saturday. So any buyers that have called or any realtors that were interested in seeing the property, we just told them to come on Saturday.
Okay. And how many showings do you have scheduled for Saturday?
I think maybe about five, five.
Okay. Awesome. And what's the reason that you guys decided to sell it by yourself?
Nothing. We sold properties on our own before, and I know that we'll be successful selling this one on our own as well.
Okay. And how long do you think you're gonna continue to do your best to sell it by yourself before you'd be willing to look into hiring a powerful realtor such as myself?
Probably about 30 days. We'll test it out for about 30 days. And then if nothing happens, then we'll start talking to agents. But I'm confident with the way the market is right now, everything's flying off. So I'm confident that we could definitely get it sold.
Okay. Are you aware with the recent shifts going on in the market as well?
What do you mean?
Well, so with our market, our inventory has started to climb. Our interest rates, as I'm sure you're aware, have also gone up, and our demand's starting to go down. Also, we're coming into summer. School just got out. Everybody wants to travel, and so houses are sitting for a little bit longer. Offers aren't coming as quickly, and so it's taking a lot more marketing and skill and effort to be able to sell houses. They don't just sell themselves anymore.
Interesting. I've been very successful with the last two or three properties that I sold. Are you saying that I won't be able to sell this one?
Well, when did you sell your last two or three properties?
Oh, they're like a couple years ago, 5 years ago, 7 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. And so the market changes every single month and every single year. So you could absolutely be successful in selling this property, but I would love to show you how we can get this property sold for you fastest for the most amount of money before that market does shift.
Interesting. Interesting. What's the commission you guys are going to be charging if you guys get it done?
Well, we have a range of commission rates just depending on what you're looking for, starting at 0%.
Starting at zero. Okay, cool. But I'm not interested in signing a contract with you though.
Okay, well, look, I completely understand. If I could show you a way that you could continue to sell it by yourself, even if you did list it with us, and then you would only have to pay us if we procure a buyer. Like if let's say one of the five showings that you have on Saturday decides they want to put an offer, you wouldn't even have to pay us a penny. Would there be any reason why I couldn't earn 10 minutes of your time?
So if one of those five people buy the property, I won't have to pay you anything.
Wouldn't have to pay me a single penny.
Okay. Are you able to come on Saturday when I meet these people and maybe you can help me out with them?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. What do you feel you would need help with these five people?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. You just basically stated that if I sold the property to them, I wouldn't have to pay you anything.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's the way it works. Is it's basically a race. Whoever brings the buyer first, right? If you produce the buyer, then you wouldn't have to pay us. But if we produce the buyer, then we obviously have our set commission rates. I could meet you Saturday before all your buyers come over, and we could talk about your property and what you're looking for, and how have you qualified all these buyers?
Qualify? What do you mean by that? Have they been pre-approved by the banks? I would hope so if they're calling me, right?
Well, you get a lot of looky loose. You have a lot of people that just want to see a house. They don't exactly know if they're approved yet. Some people aren't even aware of the interest rates. We've had buyers we've worked with before that thought our interest rates were at 3.5%, and they're actually at 5.5. So when they went and talked to a mortgage broker, it turns out the house isn't even in their budget.
Interesting, interesting, interesting. Yeah, I guess it doesn't hurt you coming over. I think the first appointment's like at 3 o'clock. I don't know what time you want to come over.
Well, I got a availability here at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock? Okay, okay. I think we can make that work.
Okay. And is there anyone else that would need to be there?
No, there's no one else. What do you mean by that?
I wasn't sure if you have a business partner, a significant other, any other decision makers you would want there.
No, 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 no. You could just come at 1 o'clock.
Okay, perfect. What's going to be the best email for you? And I'll put you here on our calendar.
Jeff@jeff.com.
Okay, awesome. And would there be any reason other than a natural disaster that you wouldn't be able to make our meeting here at 1 on Saturday?
No, no, I'll be home. I live here, so I'll be here.
Okay. So you live at your investment property?
No, I never said it was an investment property.
Okay.
I said it was rented out and the tenant moved out. We had it rented out so long ago.
Okay. Absolutely. Okay. So was there any other quick questions you had for me before I let you go?
No, you basically said that if I brought the buyer that you guys wouldn't be charging me anything. So I was excited to hear that. No one's ever approached me with that one before.
Yeah, absolutely. It's what we call our smart seller program. We look forward to explaining that for you on Saturday at 1.
Okay, and then we discussed the commission. You said it's 0% all the way to whatever, right?
Absolutely.
And then you stated that I wouldn't need to sign a contract with you guys. 'Cause I'm not interested in doing that.
Okay. Well, like I said, if you did produce the buyer, you wouldn't have to pay us. So you could sign a contract with us, and then if we bring the buyer, right, we obviously have our agreement. But if you don't, there's absolutely no risk to you. And we also have what we call an easy exit listing agreement, which means you're not locked into anything. You could walk away at any point if you're not satisfied with our marketing or skills, or you don't feel like we're the best agents to help you anymore. And it's something we can't fix.
What'd you say your name was again?
My name is JC, and I work with Christina Creighton. She's a luxury listing specialist. She's broken records in this neighborhood before.
Okay, okay, all right. So, and you're gonna come at 1 o'clock, right?
1 o'clock on Saturday.
All right, I'll see you then.
All right, we'll see you then. I'm going to shoot you a text so you have all the information, and you'll have Christina's website. You can see all other active listings, and let me know if you have any other questions before Saturday.
Phenomenal.
All right, I appreciate it, Jeff. Have a great one.
Thank you.
I could have sworn you said it was an investment property.
I did in the beginning, yeah. But great note taking.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm pretty sure he said this was an investment property. And then he said it wasn't an investment property. I'm like, I'm confused, but I'm with you. I agree.
I think the call went good. I think determining motivation, which you did in the beginning, how long will it take, So that was good. Do you think you ran into the exit program way too quickly?
The smart seller program?
Yeah. No. The exit strategy.
The easy exit listing agreement.
Mhm.
I think I mentioned that because he says he doesn't want to sign something. So I wanted to give the ease that you could walk away from it at any point. And then just kind of leave them on two different things of okay, well, what's the smart seller program? Just obviously intrigued on that. And then knowing that you wouldn't be locked into a contract.
All right, great information. I think it's good. Anyone else? Anyone else with us?
I have a question. If you tell them about the ease program, forgot what it's called. Doesn't that give them more of a leverage, basically to use your service and at the end work harder to find a buyer and not having to pay and walk away anytime, giving them that option?
What I've seen is that once they've agreed to work with you, they pretty much let you handle everything. But I think it's providing them the opportunity so that they're comfortable, the opportunity to say, hey, if it's a week that has passed by and you're not satisfied, if it's a 30-day process that has passed by and you're not satisfied, you're free to release me. And then you think about, hey, in today's market, will the property get sold in a week? Will the property get sold in 30 days? But also in addition to that, going back to what I stated earlier, that normally once they sign with you and you're showing that you're active, there's progress happening, I don't see them ever letting you go unless you lack communication and you're just not able to be the best agent that you're possibly able to be.
Perfect. Thank you.
What's your answer to that, Jason?
I mean, same thing Haas says it in his book is like with the Smart Seller program is usually once they agree to work with you, they don't really care about selling it themselves anymore. They're not really worried about it. They've got other things to do. This isn't their business. So
Phenomenal. Feedback from anyone else? Questions, comments, scenarios. Anyone encountered anything yesterday they'd like to go over? How'd you get that appointment that you have, Tarika?
It was old expired, and I just kind of, well, anyways, that's a different story. But with this one, he was selling a new construction. He's a developer, so he was building to sell that particular property, and actually, my number came up as spam. So it's so funny that we were just talking about that with Haas Pratt, with the dialer. So he was like, he don't usually answer spam calls and stuff like that. We were talking about the current property he's building, but as we kept on talking and he was, just running his mouth about different stuff. He's looking for a wife. He's praying to God that he thinks his wife is going to be a realtor and I'm like, okay. He eventually was like, he have other properties and he has 2 lots in Pompano Beach that he needs to sell. And he has a realtor that he's been working with, but he's like, he want to give other people an opportunity. So I was like, great. I'm going to be in the area tomorrow around 1:30. So let's meet. So he was like, yeah, just call me. I got his email address. I got the property information. He wanted me to send him an email right after with my reviews and some information. So I did that. But yeah, that was pretty much it.
Pretty cool. That's good. Congrats on that.
Thank you.
Congrats on that.
great job. That's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So I gotta fix that scam thing. Do you hand dial now? Or no? Are you still using dialer? Still don't? No.
No, I right now have a system where we change our phone number just about every day or every 2 days. So I don't have to
Need
number being reported as spam. I look at my spoke to ratio every single day now though, and make sure that my spoke to ratio is high enough. And if it's not, I just change my number again.
Yeah. Okay. I need to do that.
My biggest thing right now is I gotta start going through scripts 1,000 more times because now like my thought on every single thing I go to say is like, oh wait, that's an assumption. If you didn't notice, there's a few hesitations sometimes there because I'm like analyzing the way I used to say it, and I'm like, oh well, that's an assumption. I gotta fix that one. And so I'm coming up with like new ways to say it as I'm saying it, and so you just gotta like keep going back through it to get better at it.
You should work on writing the script out. So if you write your script out in the morning, you'll be able to recite it, and then also either record your call on the dialer, or get like a recorder.
I've been recording them on the iPad.
There you go. Yeah. So
Yeah.
like that, you can.
I notice when I get on the phone with a live, person, I the nerves just get the best of me, and the script kind of go out the window sometimes. So I have to get better at that.
I think what adjusts that is definitely reading the scripts before, because it'll allow you to know them, and then like that you'll be able to even though like you divert, you'll be able to re-navigate yourself towards what you need to get answered.
Yeah, 100%. I just gotta take all the assumptions out now.
All right.
Well, I appreciate it, guys.
All right.
Yeah, thank you guys for jumping on and definitely make the calls and hit those numbers. I gotta check the conversion